Hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, and today we're going to take a look at the Ocelot Penetrator. Not just a car on GTA, but an activity of which I've been accused many times. Okay, well, as you can see, we are over here at the nightclub, ladies and gentlemen, and so we need to head on over to our Maze Bank offices, don't you know? That's exactly what we're going to do. Now, we could take the back door out, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to take a stroll on through the club. You know, why not? It is rather pumping after all. You can see all the revelers here, all the scum of Los Santos. And yes, I think we'll just take a walk up into the bar right over here. Yes, hello, my darling. Yes, I like a shot of the Macbeth whiskey, I do believe. Okay, well, here we go. And it's free, you know, because I own the club, and that really is jolly good. Okie dokie, now here we go. She's going to take a rather long time. She always does, ladies and gentlemen. Drags this out. Hello, my darling. Rather charming lady who stood next to me, aren't you? Yes, anyway. I think I'll have this shot of whiskey in there. Go. Okay, jolly good, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I had a little sip of whiskey, and I think we'll head on over to the door and stare at the scum of Los Santos in my nightclub. Oh, bloody hell. Right, okay, what's going on? Oh, sorry, hell. Right, okay, I'm in the bloody toilets again, aren't I? Right, every time I drink that Macbeth whiskey, I always end up bloody well somewhere, you know? Right, okay, well, never mind, ladies and gentlemen. Let's crack on, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? We wasted enough time already. I'll have another cigarette. Like I say, we're here today, ladies and gentlemen, to purchase the Ocelot Penetrator, and that's exactly what we're going to go and do. Okay, right, time to head on out, I think, and we'll go to the Maze Bank offices, ladies and gentlemen, and here we go. We're heading over on the Oppressor Mark II, don't you know, a rather fine piece of equipment, I must say. Okay, it's a rather sunny day here in Los Santos, isn't it? Very nice. Okay, let's head on inside. Right, okay, there we go, ladies and gentlemen, the Maze Bank offices, and here we go, heading on inside, up in the elevator, and there's my rather dodgy secretary, you know, rather shifty lady. Don't really care for her, to be quite frank, but there we go. Right, okay, now we're going to head on through to the computers here, ladies and gentlemen, and sit on down, and we're going to see if we can't just purchase that penetrator. Okie dokie, here we go, sitting down at the computer and jolly good and all that. Right, okay, taking my time today, aren't we? Now, the Ocelot Penetrator, ladies and gentlemen, can be found under the legendary motorsport website, retailing, I believe, for $900,000, or at least that's what I paid for it. Let's have a look now. It's coming on somewhere. Yes, there we go. Okay, $880,000, effectively $900,000, just a shade under the million there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and there you can see the Ocelot Penetrator. Okay, $880,000, and let's go and purchase it, shall we? What, put it in red, do we think? I don't know, actually. You can see what it looks like in red there. I don't think it really suits it myself, to be quite frank with you. Okay, and as always, we'll have it delivered to my Hillcrest residence, ladies and gentlemen, and on this occasion, we'll be getting there in the Scramjet. Okay, and why not? Really is a rather fun car, you know. Okay, now we've sort of arrived in a rather unorthodox direction on this occasion, haven't we? Normally come in down the hill. On this occasion, we're coming round the corner, you know, but it makes little difference, you know. We're not really interested in the journey here. We're more interested in what we find when we get here. With a little bit of luck, that will be the Ocelot Penetrator waiting for me in my garage. So why don't we take a walk on inside and let's have a look. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, there we go, the Ocelot Penetrator, and as you can see, it really is a rather, well, I don't know what to say, really. I mean, it's based on the XJ220, quite obviously, ladies and gentlemen. It was a rather fine vehicle back when it was released, you know, one of the fastest cars in the world when it was released, I do believe. But as we can see, it's looking rather outdated nowadays. Okay, well, we shan't let that bother us, ladies and gentlemen. As it turns out, I was rather a big XJ220 back in the day when it was first released during the 1990s, you know, ladies and gentlemen. And so, really, I'm only purchasing this vehicle to add to my Ocelot collection, and because I have a sort of sentimental attachment to it, don't you know? Okay, so here we go then. This is the Ocelot Penetrator, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take it out onto the street and see how she handles. Okay, right, first things first. Right, okay, a little bit heavy there. Right, okay, right, interesting. Long wheelbase there, ladies and gentlemen. Just sort of a rather weighty car, you know. Got a lot of momentum behind it. Right, car disappeared in front of me there, didn't it? Okay, getting up some speed there, making quite a nice jump down there. And okie dokie, right, how does it handle this bottom corner? Okay, not too badly, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm sure you've seen, but that could just be because of a lack of speed, you do understand. Rightio, well, we're going to take it on down this straight now, see if I can get on the right side of the road, for God's sake. And okay, finally made it through, and perhaps that was a mistake. There's a lot more traffic over here, isn't there? Well, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it's rather fast, it's rather nippy, you know. His handling's not too bad, as you can probably see. They do have the ability to whoops at daisies. Okay, spoke a little soon. Yes, like I say, yeah, it's got a rather long wheelbase, ladies and gentlemen. It does feel, and it's rather heavy car, so yes, when it goes, it does go. I'm afraid there is a certain bite point with this car, and if you should go beyond it, you are going to lose traction, ladies and gentlemen, and possibly just smash into everything on the road like I am doing right now. Okay, but well, like I say, this is technically a classic. I don't know if it's considered a classic car, but it's certainly not a modern car now, is it, like I say. So yes, one shouldn't expect too much, I suppose, from this particular vehicle. I certainly am going to consider it a classic anyway. Right, okay, well, here we are. We're at the Maze Bank offices back once again, ladies and gentlemen, and of course we're going to take it on into the custom auto shop. Right, here we go, and as always during this stage of the video, ladies and gentlemen, we will be running the video at double speed, so we can hurry things along somewhat. Okay, and we're going to give you a chance now to have a look at some of the options here that can be added to the car. Rather fine looking vehicle, I do say, you know, very similar to the McLaren F1, I do believe. Like I said, the XJ220 and the McLaren F1 did look very similar, in my opinion. Okay, but like I say, unfortunately nowadays, rather dated, isn't it, to be quite frank with you, but still nice in its own way. Right, okay, now we're going to, like I say, go through some of the more aesthetic stylings now on this particular vehicle. With a bit of luck, we've gone ahead and done the engine upgrades and such forth, and we'll have a look now. You can see different hood options and exhaust options therefore and such forth. Okay, side skirts, and there we go. Okay, always the least interesting, you know. Okay, well, I think we'll go for those, and why not? Okay, we're going to stick a spoiler on the back, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, right, we've got a number of different options here. Not too many, as you can see, though, to be quite frank with you. Okay, and I think that's what I'll go for. It looks rather uncertain, actually. Yes, I do quite like that. Okie dokie, well, yes, okay, right, what are we doing now? Going on to the window, surely not the windows, right, what do we got here? The colour, yes, there we go, jolly good. Right, okay, well, let's take a look at this vehicle in different hues, ladies and gentlemen, and see what we think suits it. Okie dokie, well, not a great deal so far, is it, to be quite frank? Now, as I've said on numerous other videos, ladies and gentlemen, they're my Ocelots, as it happens. I don't know why I've chosen to go ahead and put them in a blue colour, you know, all my Ocelots going in blue, and so unfortunately, yes, this vehicle will need to as well. I'm going to have to go ahead and find a shade of blue that will suit this vehicle, and I'm not entirely certain what I'm going to put in, to be quite frank, what particular shade that will be. Okie dokie, right here. So yes, what do we say of the Ocelot Penetrator? Well, first out the box, ladies and gentlemen, is it worth $1 million? Probably not, you know. We'll try it upgrading and all that sort of business, but unless you're buying it, like I say, for sort of sentimental reasons, or for an Ocelot collection, or just because you have a particular fancy for the car, other than those particular circumstances, I wouldn't necessarily really recommend buying this vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, what, $880,000? It's certainly I've certainly driven cars on this game for that kind of money, or cheaper, or perhaps a little more expensive even. That certainly would be a far superior vehicle to this, don't you know? So, like I say, unless one's taking with the 220 or the Penetrator, or completing an Ocelot collection, or buying it just for the sheer hell of it, I wouldn't really necessarily recommend it. Certainly not out the box. Now, like I say, we have completed these upgrades, so we'll go and see if that makes any significant difference to the driving of this vehicle. Okay, well, we're outside, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take it out now and see how she handles. We're going up this hill here, ladies and gentlemen, up towards the cemetery there, and there we go, and go around the corner. Not too bad, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, it's got interesting speed there. I mean, it's not slow, is it? Let's be honest. You know, it's going quite a bit of speed up now, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, the handling is not as sharp as something like the Zentorno, ladies and gentlemen. No, certainly not the Badgie Wagner. Of course, it's another $500,000 more for that particular vehicle. But yes, like I say, it's an interesting vehicle. Not really winning me over. Unfortunately, the video's cut out there, and we sort of gutterballed it towards the bottom corner there, didn't we? But never mind, ladies and gentlemen, never mind. Right, okay, there we go. The Ocelot Penetrator. What do we think? Should you buy it? Probably not, ladies and gentlemen. Right, what's going on? Right, where am I going now? Sodding hell, right, okay, I don't normally do this now, do I? Right, okay, I had no idea this was going to happen. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen, it sort of caught me off guard. Right, okay, I can see what I do. I think I'm going to go for that bottom corner again, aren't I? Yes, well, how about that? I don't really see the point, to be quite frank with you. I don't even know what I'm expecting to find here, but that's clearly what I've chosen to go ahead and do. Right, okie dokie, certainly getting some speed up. Can it handle it? Right, okay, well, Actually, yes, it can, ladies and gentlemen, with a sort of correct sort of braking and whatnot, and taking a good line into it. Oops, it daisies. Oh dear, yes, I seem to have squashed someone there, don't I? Okay, really did not mean to do that. Terribly sorry about that, sir. My apologies. Right, okay, I need a bloody well bus stop there as well, didn't I? Okay, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take it on back in now to the Maze Bank offices, and there we go. Okay, jolly good, ladies and gentlemen. Right, okay, well now unfortunately we don't have any much footage, or we don't have any footage of this putting this round the track, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit too early on in my gaming career, don't you know, to establish that practice. And so unfortunately we're going to have to end the video here. No, only joking, we did really. Right, okay, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the Ocelot Penetrator versus the, what's that, the Vista Comet. It's certainly not the Vista Comet SR, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if that's the retro version or not. I do believe that it could be. But either way, that's the Vista Comet. A very, very cheap vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. Not entirely certain of its price. I think it's something like $100,000, though, which would be really, really very cheap. Up against a car that's effectively $1 million. Okay, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at it. Can it be? Well, there we go. Okay, so the Ocelot Penetrator can at least, takes down the Comet, which is it's a nice car. It's a fast car, but it's okay. Right, it's catching up on me though, isn't it? Right, not a good sign there. Right, okie dokie, and spinny and all that, ladies and gentlemen. Right, okay, what we got next? Okay, well, this to me, I do believe this is the Fubachi Spectre, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, a vehicle that's not really in the same price range as the Penetrator. I believe, I'm not entirely certain, I should have researched this, but I believe it's about $500,000, possibly $600,000, ladies and gentlemen, for the Fubachi Spectre, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, 880 for the Penetrator there. So they're not really at the same price bracket, ladies and gentlemen. But as you can see, yes, the Penetrator there is actually beating the Spectre. So there we go. The Spectre's not a bad car, ladies and gentlemen. It's not bad. It's got good speed. It's acceleration, whatnot, very good handling. But the Penetrator can't take it, it would seem. So okay, let's find out what sort of car it really is. Has it got anything about it, or is it just all beating weaker cars? Okay, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Big Daddy Z, as Mr. Raccoon, who's driving it there, refers to it as. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Pegassi Zentorno. Right, one of the finest cars on the game, certainly for the money. $725,000 for the Pegassi, $880 for the Penetrator, ladies and gentlemen, and there we go. Right here, okay, and one would expect that to be pretty much what it's going to be for the rest of this race, don't you know, ladies and gentlemen. The Pegassi Zentorno really is a rather fine vehicle. Okay, now, like I say, were the Penetrator able to keep its own with it, or beat it even, it may be able to be quite a good car, but as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to come close to the Zentorno, so therefore it's not really in contention for being a particularly fast vehicle. The handling's sort of one thing, really, so yes, there we go. That's pretty much summed it up for the Ocelot Penetrator, ladies and gentlemen. Okay then, yes, so should one buy it? Well, the truth of it is, no, not really, to be quite frank with you. It's a nice car, it's got nice styling or whatnot, but it's not gonna win any races around the track, so to speak. Its handling's not all that great, so no, I wouldn't advise buying it, to be quite frank with you. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, well, as always, I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.